We've lost again, haven't we? 2-0 away at Southampton tonight, and it all but confirms what we already knew, doesn't it? Relegation is inevitable now. It's on the horizon, and it's just like a wave. It's slowly going to come closer to us as the weeks go on. And if this time tomorrow morning, Claudio Ranieri's still on the job, I'll be absolutely gobsmacked. He should just leave tonight. If you don't get sacked, mate, just go and resign. Just get rid of it now. Just go. Off skis, go on, off. You know, this can't carry on no more. You're a dinosaur, you're tactically inept, you just haven't got a Scooby-Doo what you're doing no more. And I think to myself, how have you won the Premier League? You've got to thank Craig Shakespeare for that. Craig Shakespeare, you should be worshipping that man for winning that Premier League, because everybody knows that Craig Shakespeare was the man behind it all, and you took all the glory for it because, well, to be fair, you might have done something useful in it, but to be fair, I think even prior to that, the jobs you did with Greece was a shambles. You got beaten by a bang-average Northern Ireland side at the time, which got you sacked. You didn't do much at Chelsea, really. Didn't do much at Roma. Was it Roma? I think it was as well. So the CV, really, apart from Leicester, is just a bang-average one, really, isn't it? And I was optimistic when he came in, but it's beyond the joke now, and he's got to go. When you're setting up with three defensive midfielders, I can kind of understand why you might have done that, to be fair, but it was never going to work. We've got too many players in the group who want to play with the ball on the ground and want to play attacking football. Ripping it all up and playing defensive, negative football is never going to work. And the appointment was wrong now. We can all look at that and think in hindsight. We was optimistic. I was looking forward to it, you know. I generally thought Ranieri would be able to do something useful with this team, but it just hasn't worked. And the blame's not entirely all on him, but I do think a large part of the blame will go down on him because he's the one who picks the team. He's the one who picks the team. He takes the training every week. He's in charge of the tactics, and you've got to think that enough's enough now. And where do we go from here? It's got to be Scott Parker, I think, till on the 10th to the end of the season. I think that's the only way forward now. I don't really see the point in getting anybody else in at the moment, because the ones who have been, there's been no concrete rumours, have there? But the ones who fans want on Twitter at the moment are in jobs, and they ain't really want to come out of their jobs considering where they are at the moment. And it's just one of those things where Scott Parker hopefully will come into the end of the season, hopefully will do a job, will raise morale. And I think the main thing is now is just don't finish bottom. Finish 19th if we can, just don't finish bottom. And I had Huddersfield won last night, and that's the thing for me. People might laugh at me and think, oh, it's negative. But at the moment, and that, you know, we're not going to stop. It's inevitable. We just got to not finish bottom. And I was very disappointed tonight. The goals we conceded were poor, and prior to actually seeing the goals, I did tweet. I made the mistake of tweeting before seeing the goals, and a lot of people, you know, they jump on the bandwagon and they criticise that, but you get used to it. But the goals were poor. The first goal was shocking. I mean, Rico punches it out, doesn't he? And instead of anyone trying to instead of anyone trying to close down the shot, we're just all standing there watching it, and it gets deflected on the way through and it goes in. I think that's Oriol Romeu as well, and even the second goal as well, Rico parries it out straight into James Ward-Prowse's path, who taps it in quite easily. And even still, you know, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just got to the point now where I'm fed up with it. I wasn't even confident going into the game tonight, and it's sad, and I'm not looking forward to Sunday. We'll go Sunday, but I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be a horrible occasion, really, and it shouldn't be. A derby game against Chelsea should be one that supporters look forward to, and it's not going to be. It's going to be a very disappointing occasion on Sunday. It's going to be very negative. It's going to be very hostile, especially if the Italian dinosaur's still in the job come Sunday, which I really hope he isn't, and I pray to God that he isn't. I'll go to sleep tonight, hopefully waking up tomorrow morning knowing that he's gone. Or hopefully even thinking about it after I've maybe recorded this, he might have gone as well. So could be something to look forward to, hopefully. There might be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, but look, I know there's a couple of displays going around in the away end tonight, or whatever you call them. The word I've got is escaping me at the moment, but that's good. And there's a few things being planned, I think, for Sunday as well. So we just got to see what happens there. And all I'm going to say is, if we are going to protest, let's make sure we do it in the correct way. Let's not do nothing stupid. Let's do it in the correct way and make sure our voices will be heard, Kurt, because we don't want to do nothing stupid and embarrass ourselves. We want to do it in the best way possible and really show the people in charge what this football club means to us and the damage they've done to it this season, because this is hurt, and it's hurt a lot of genuine fans this season. So much has gone wrong, and we've really got to make a stand now and show the people in charge what this football club means to us and what they're doing is wrong, because this cannot carry on no more. It simply has to stop now. If this carries on into next week or whenever it happens, things will only get worse from here. And if it carries on to next season, because at the moment, if it's, the whole you get into that rut of losing matches week in, week out, and it's a very, very hard rut to get out of. You look at Sunderland, they did the back-to-back relegation because they were stuck in that habit, and even going down in the Championship didn't change much. You look at Aston Villa last, when they went down as well, didn't come back up in that habit of losing matches week in, week out. Similar situation to what we're in this season. Look at even Stoke last season as well, the same thing as well. Stuck in a rut again this season, spent big trying to get up there, trying to get up and out of the Championship. It hasn't worked. They've changed managers and it's not worked. They'll be rebuilding again next season. So we've got to try and maybe, hopefully, get a bit more of a positive vibe going around the group before the summer comes along, because it's going to be a very, very long and hard summer, rebuilding the absolute mess that's happened this season. It's been a complete and utter shambles from the word go, and it's been an absolute disappointment on the pitch. Off the pitch, it's been an absolute shambles as well. Hearing things today that residents around the local community are getting letters about free tickets and stuff like that, when they've got the cheek to charge £75 for supporters to go and watch a game against a local rivals, Chelsea. I'm not, you know, it's just wrong, isn't it? Well, the local residents are getting free tickets, while genuine supporters who've been following this club for about God knows how many years are actually not going to games because they're getting priced out of tickets. £75 to watch a game against Chelsea. £75. It's just been an absolute disgrace. This club's cashed in on this Premier League campaign. They've seen the pound signs in their eyes and they've cashed in. My honestly thought is, why can't the clubs, for the next 5 games, or how many home games we've got left, I'm not too sure, why can't they just get the ticket prices and think, look, we might end up going down, why not slash the prices in half or even more than that, and let's just get this ground filled up with supporters who want to be there, slash the prices in half, and let's make it a good atmosphere, and let's just go down with some sort of integrity and some sort of pride or something. Let's not go down, we don't want to go down with an empty stadium, with fans not turning up, with fans protesting, with all this negativity around the club. We want to go down with a bit of pride and a bit of passion. So why not slash the ticket prices in half, and let's give some of these genuine supporters who've not been able to go this season, let's give them something back, and let's allow them to come back to this football club and watch a team they grew up loving and they still do love, because it's an absolute shambles how when we play Man United like the other week, we were sat in there and every time they attacked the Hammersmith end, we had to stand up because there's a genuine bunch of tourist fans who've got no affiliation to this football club. We wanted to come to the ground. I ain't got a problem with many fans like that turning up, but when genuine fans are getting priced out, which is allowing them to come into the ground, there's a big problem there, and I'm not having it no more. This is an absolute disgrace of the way things have been run, and it's just absolutely frustrating now. It's just gone beyond the point where it can even be sorted out for the rest of the season. I cannot reiterate how frustrated I am watching that tonight, and I feel sorry for the poor bastards who've been down to Southampton tonight as well, the brave ones, about 1,500 we took tonight. The clubs should be looking at that and they should be thinking, that's bloody good support for the situation we're in at the moment. It's just not good enough, and things have got to change sooner rather than later. People might even take the piss out of this video from what I've done tonight. They might even chop it up and laugh about it on social media, but I really couldn't care less anymore. I'm proud of my club. I'm proud of my passion I've got for my club, and I will not stop supporting this club till the day I die. It's hurting me that what's happening at the moment, and I'm not happy about it, and I want to see change, and I want to see change right now. I don't want to see it happen next week. I don't want to see it happen next month or even fucking next year. There's got to be a change right now, and it starts with the manager going first, then Tony Khan hopefully, and then some few more things need to be sorted out. Because if we go down next season, it's going to be a long, long road back to where we should be, and things all have to start right now, because if it doesn't, then it's going to be a very, very sorry state of affairs, and even in a year's time we could be even talking about relegation to League One, and I bloody hope that doesn't happen, because if that does, that would be a terrible, terrible tragedy for this football club. If you enjoyed this, guys, as I said, hit the thumbs up, subscribe and all that good stuff as well. We'll see you for the build up for Sunday's game. I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be a strange occasion actually, so I'll try and enjoy it as much as I can. I probably won't get much enjoyment out of it at all, but yeah, take care.